I think to see it in a movie theater will be really exciting, and I think it's sort of a different take on Batman. It's a part where you see Batman forming, Oz forming, Selima, who they, forming, and who they become, and so it's like about becoming a lot of the film, and I think it has a very beautiful, particular look done by the great Greg Fraser, the DP, and Matt Reeves is hit on grounding the whole thing in reality in sort of a film noirish world. I saw lots of different great filmmakers' influences on Matt in little shots here and there. But I think it stands alone, and it's a wonderful group of actors. So I'm excited, for people to see it. So, and I'm happy and delighted to be a part of it. I really am. If you look at a lot of these old guys who were mob bosses, a lot of them had these kind of dark glasses. They had these masks on, and maybe they needed it, because their eyes were very sensitive to the light. I don't know, to be able to see better. But I thought it's interesting. He's kind of a part of the establishment. He is in the subterranean world, just like what goes on underneath any city, with the sewer system, all the plumbing, the trains, and he's been there longer than anyone, and he's been controlling it. And there are people who don't want to be seen, and they are the ones who control the puppet masters, and they're really, they're real predators in many ways, because they can figure out your soft spot, your vulnerability, and then come in and say, I can help you, I will, and then you're indebted, and then they own you. And it's like borrowing money from the wrong person, and I think there's a lot of that in politics. There's a lot of that in big businessmen. And obviously some of these people became big businessmen. They did. They didn't all start out, these people who were in crime, whether they were an Irish group or the Italian group or the Jewish group, but then they became part of the establishment, a lot of them. And so there was a lot of, we're on the other side of the street. Bruce Wayne is from money, and we're not. So I think my office that was designed, which I think was inspired by Robert Moses' office, which was actually built inside of a bridge. And Robert Moses was probably he certainly built New York. He was the most powerful man in New York State, and one of the most powerful men in the entire country. And not that he was corrupt, but he wiped out entire neighborhoods. But he had this kind of subterranean office where where he went, and it was inside of a bridge. And I thought that was brilliant of a set. And I was really, I wanted to have that as something to be able to, I wish I had an office like that, because I like bridges. I'm a bridge a nut. So anyway, so there was a lot of elements and layers to it.